everyone. I've got a new pen to show you today from a brand that I've never used before, but I've just recently heard of, and it's an Italian brand called Tibaldi. There, Tibaldi. Apparently they've been around for a long time. I guess they're just making their way into the States. They found a distributor, who knows, but I first saw them on Pen Chalet's website and I was like, wow, those are actually really good looking pens. So of course I had to contact Pen Chalet and they kindly sent me a Tibaldi pen to take a look at. And today I'll be showing you the Tibaldi N60 in the color of amber yellow. So it's kind of a, I'll just show you, you'll see what I mean. Okay, so it comes in this box. And the box is very simplistic. It has a red outer sleeve with the Tibaldi logo right here. And on either end of this, it slides out. There's some geometric squares decorating the outside of the box. So let's open it and it slides off like that. And we have our amber yellow pen. It's nice, right? So it kind of reminds me of like a tortoise shell pen, which I am quite a big fan of. See what's underneath this false bottom. Ooh, elastic. Nice. So underneath, you lift that up, looks like we have some ink cartridges in here, as well as looks like a card for it's the certificate of warranty. All right, cool. Let's take a closer look at that pen. Here it is, amber yellow. So it's got a nice yellow, kind of a dark brown, or is that black? Probably black. And I like the finial because it matches the whole pen. And then, isn't that nice? The clip, it's kind of springy. Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, it's very, in my opinion, it's very sophisticated. It's very nice. I like the silver trim. I like the silver trim right here around the bottom of the cap. Let's look at that nib. So I've got a medium stainless steel nib. And what's neat about Tibaldi pens is that the feed is ebonite. So I'm going to be kind of curious to see is once I fill this pen, is the ink flow going to be continuous and nice and smooth? So that's what I'm hoping for. Kind of hoping that the section would match the rest of the pen, but it doesn't. It's black, and that's cool. It's color coordinated with the material of the pen, so that's fine. Does it post? Yes, it does. It's a great size pen. If I had to compare the size to another pen, this would probably be close to like a Pelikan M600. It's a beautiful pen. I just, it's classic, it's simplistic. You can't go wrong with a tortoise shell like pattern. Very cool. Today I'm going to ink it up with an ink that I picked up at Drawn Ghouls, and it's a Japanese ink, the colors of Kyoto, Japan. And it's called Kyo Iro, which it looks to me like kind of a amber-like color, amber brown. So I figured, these two might work out together. So let's hope that the ink will flow through that ebonite nib and be awesome. You know what? I didn't check. Does it come with a converter? Because you know how I feel about that when I have to go buy it separately. So let's see. Does it come? Drum roll, please. I'm just playing. Okay. Yay! It does. It does. Oh, and it screws in, which I really like because you don't have to worry about this thing popping out on you while you're carrying it around, and then you open it up and it's an inky mess, because that's horrible. Absolutely messy and horrible. Unless you like inky fingers, which, yeah, I don't mind if I get ink on my fingers. It's not a big deal. But I know some people out there do mind when ink gets on the fingers. So I put this back in. Good, that makes me happy. I really love this material. How many times have I said it now? For every time I say I love the material, take a drink of whatever it is at your desk or next to you or wherever you're watching this. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ink this up with this lovely Japanese ink. Let's do a writing sample. And, well, that's it. joining me for this look at the Tibaldi N60 in yellow amber. I have to say I like it. You know, I'm already a huge fan of Italian pens. You know, just like their cars, they're fancy, they're fabulous. I can't say that the pen is fast, but whatever. Anybody else out there like to drive fast? I love driving fast, it's so much fun. It's not a bad pen. The build is great. I think it's very attractive. In fact, you can't go wrong with a tortoiseshell-like pattern. This is a great gift for somebody who is, you know, just graduating college or high school, and a great pen to give them to send them on their way. The one drawback I had, as you saw in the video, was that I did have to take a brass shim and run it through the nib tines. Unfortunately, sometimes you get pens and the tines are just a little bit too stiff and it needs a little help. That in no way affects my opinion of this pen, because once I got the ink flowing, it actually wrote beautifully. The medium nib, though, however, writes a little more on the fine side. So if you're looking at perhaps buying a Tibaldi, or if you prefer a fine nib, then I suggest the medium nib. The fine probably runs like an extra fine. So that's just my educated opinion. So anyway, well, I hope that you learned something about Tibaldi. Be sure to check them out over at Pen Chalet. This isn't the only color it comes in. There's actually like a blue one, a green one, and then they have another pen, and I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it uses like a spaghetti resin, and there's like an olive green and a red one, and they're really beautiful. In fact, I might go back and buy one of those, because I think it's a classy pen, and I'm just curious to see what the other one is like too. So, well, that's all I've got, and that's how the ink flows.